Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Nacho Problems, where we turn ordinary recipes into extraordinary nachos. I'm Nacho Queen, but you can call me M. We're still in Europe on our world tour, and we've moved over to the Iberian Peninsula. Many Americans might think this dish is from Mexico, as it's very common in Mexican restaurants, but it is believed to have originated in either Portugal or Spain, and was spread to the New World and other parts of the globe by colonization. Yes, today we're making Churro Nachos. Churros are a type of pastry made by piping a shoe dough through a star tip directly into hot oil. They're typically dusted with cinnamon and sugar and served with a chocolate sauce. Let's get started. Step 1. The chips. Obviously the churros will be our chips, and for that we need 1 cup flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, a pinch of salt, 1 tablespoon oil, plus more for frying, and 1 cup boiling water. Start by combining the flour, baking powder, salt, and tablespoon of oil in a small mixing bowl. Give it a stir and then add in the boiling water and mix well. Once it starts to come together, it'll be easier to use a spatula. Now we need to scrape the dough into a piping bag with a star tip. Be sure to use a very large star tip, as the dough is pretty thick and it will be difficult to pipe through a smaller one. Now I've heated about a ½ inch of oil to about 340 degrees Fahrenheit or 107 degrees Celsius. This next part can be a little tricky, so it's good to have another person on hand to help. We're going to pipe the dough directly into the oil into a spiral shape to make our chips. Once you've got the right shape, you need to cut the end with either a knife or scissors. Don't do this too high above the oil or it could splash, but also be careful not to touch the tip to the oil or it may melt. Please be very careful when doing this. Allow the churros to cook for 1 to 2 minutes on each side. Then remove them to a paper towel lined plate, and that's our chips. Next up is Step 2, the cheese. For our cheese, we'll be making a simple ganache, and for that we need ½ cup of heavy cream and ½ cup of chocolate morsels. I'm using bittersweet, but semi-sweet would also work. You could also use a bar of chocolate, just be sure to chop it before using. Take your cream and place it into a microwave-safe cup or bowl. Make sure the container is no more than half full, since it needs room to bubble up as it heats, and we'll be adding in the chocolate. Microwave on high for 30 to 90 seconds or until steaming hot. Now add in the chocolate and stir gently until it's all incorporated. Be sure to scrape the sides and bottom of the cup to get it all fully melted and mixed. And that's it. Super simple and delicious. Let's finish this up with Step 3, the toppings. For our toppings, we're going to combine a ¼ cup of sugar with 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Now, to be honest, this is best added to the churros when they're straight out of the oil, but we'll be using them as toppings. Either way, just throw them in a bowl and mix well. And we can move on to Step 4, let's eat. We'll start off with about 3 of our churro chips. Drizzle on some of that chocolate sauce and sprinkle with the cinnamon and sugar. Now, who's up for taste tester? And the wheel spins and lands on Olsen. Let's see if he likes them. Seriously, you could put Ganache on liver and Olsen would probably still eat it, but these turned out really nice. Great crunch. One suggestion for those of you who are of age, a tablespoon of a cinnamon whiskey or coffee liqueur to the chocolate sauce would be very nice. Youngson, on the other hand, recommends using a sweeter chocolate. Well, that's all for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, give it a like and please consider subscribing if you want to see more nacho videos. If you have an idea for a future video, you can leave a comment below or tag me on the site previously known as Twitter. I'm at Nacho Problems YT. I've also linked my Blue Sky below, but you won't find me on Facebook, Instagram, or Threads. If you're looking to steal my apron, well, that's Nacho merch, but you can get your own at a link in the description. Now, Mother Nature has decided to bless us with 2 to 3 inches of snow, followed by a nice layer of ice. So it's time to bundle up and grab a shovel. But I hope you're someplace warm where that's not your problem. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.